If I was getting $68 per video, then I'd be in great shape.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Right? It's like the day that YouTube's monetization got messed up and they added like 3 zeros to everybody's.
Oh, the sweet day that would be.
Oh, I know.
Oh, no, it wouldn't. Because then you get it like the next like 20 videos you do. You'd be like, oh, well, you didn't make enough money to pay us back our debt, so, you know, you're going to have to pay us like... Yeah, you have to do like 60,000 videos just to making everyone's like worth 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Or like half a halfpenny or some shit like that.
And yep, on that note, welcome to the stream. We have a live podcast stream today with a pretty stacked house. Go ahead and go down the list. I'm sure you guys have already heard Phil. Say hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
All right, Phil's here. Also, down the list today, we've got quite a few of our good friends. Omnitos is here.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And Blue Piccolo came by to hang out for a little bit.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be here.
We went and checked Rodma out of the home. He's got to get back 2 hours before Jarrettall and his evening dinner comes around.
And nap time. Don't forget nap time.
God, nap time is grace.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Kakarot, are you still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here. How's it going?
It's still what important.
Renzi's here. Omni's here.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, we even got... Hi, Renzi. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess before we even get started, just go around. You guys can talk. How you all doing?
I'm full. I have food.
Good.
Well, we don't have cookies. Kakarot forgot to bring cookies, but we're fine.
Kakarot, you had one job!
I almost didn't do this because of that.
True, trail mix. Did you take all the M&Ms out, though?
No, there's still a lot of M&Ms. I keep eating all the caramel cashews.
Ooh.
What kind of satanic fuck are you to talk about taking out the M&Ms? Leave the M&Ms there.
I'm just saying, you know, Renzi feels like the kind of guy who would be pulling the M&Ms out of the trail mix and giving us the crap left over.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
No, I do the opposite. I eat the shitty stuff first, and then I got all the good stuff at the end.
You just keep them in little Ziploc baggies, and then you just have a little snack whenever you want it.
It's like a
Captain Crunch, like the berries one, but not all berries. I'd eat all the yellow ones first, and then I'd eat all the berries at the end. And then I started getting smart, and I would buy just the berry one.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, guys. Renzi is a freak.
And literally
cereal's good
right now.
I mean, what's wrong with that? It's like buying a bag of Lucky Charms without the charms, or like without the little bullshit.
Yeah,
just go straight
the
to the
shitty
marshmallows.
things. Yeah, you just want the good part.
By the way, you can do that. It's like $25, but you can buy a full bag of nothing Lucky Charms marshmallows. Don't ask how I know that, but I may or may not have spent $25 on a bag of marshmallows.
25?
Yeah, it's like $25 or some shit like that. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
It's worth it.
I don't know. I would find a different alternative.
It's a pretty big bag. I mean, it's not like a cereal box bag. It's like double family size bag of this shit. It's pretty big.
That's like 300 Dragonstones worth of marshmallows.
Dokkan Battle, they can kiss my ass.
Yeah, Phil hasn't actually played Dokkan in about 6 months. We don't really know why he comes to the streams.
They handpicked all the shit out and resealed it.
He comes so he can feel special.
Yes, I do. Because if I don't come, then nobody will talk to me.
I am the one that will defeat you.
Anyway, so guys, for anybody who's in here watching right now, you're wondering what the heck's going on. This is a live broadcast. It is a podcast. And basically, if any of you in the audience want to ask any questions to any of the guys here, to Omni, to Ranma, to Blue, to to Renzi, to myself, or I guess if you wanted to, you could ask Phil something. Definitely feel free to ask questions. They all see it. If they see something they want to answer, they'll be happy to answer it. I know that right now there really has not been much going on in Dokkan like the last week. I mean, it's part of the reason I have not been streaming. Since I don't play other games, it's kind of hard to justify going in and playing Dokkan and there's nothing going on. Blue, how are you handling the last 5 days of Dokkan Battle?
Pretty good, same as you. I got a bunch of stones unexpectedly and just been rampaging with the summons on the Rising Carnival Dragon banner. It's been crazy. Like, people are legit hating me for pulling so many LRs lately.
Yeah, but I mean, do they know how many stones we've used?
Yeah, someone keeps count, I'm pretty sure.
I know I have. It's a very disgusting number.
Otherwise, if I did keep count, I would never use so many stones in the first place.
Right? It's like, I kind of legit figured that that is the only reason they have not released Golden Frieza yet, because idiots like us keep, you know, purchasing and using so many stones. Like, hell, if they keep pulling for it.
I think
someone keeps account of that. They gotta have some statistics, like how many people use how many stones at which times, and they have like really legit people working in the background, like saying, "Oh, so we just keep doing what we're doing, and they will use stones anyway. So why would they change anything?"
Yes, one poor soul that hasn't been off for a month is they're just counting every stone Nate uses. Just know.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta.
No,
I am the one who will defeat you.
I think you're giving him too much credit.
Renzi's lost all faith in Bandai Namco.
Renzi hasn't had faith since like 20 world tournaments ago. He just said, "Screw it."
I don't know. It's the same old debate. Like, is the government really listening on us? Are they like, are they keeping a secret from us? Are aliens real? So that's the same premise here. Like, is Dokkan Battle really, really smart, or they're just so stupid?
Or are they crafted like a fox?
They're so stupid they have more stupid people to go along with it. That's how they know.
Seems legit. Ranma, since you're one of our resident full-time JP players, I don't think you even remember the login code for your global account anymore. How was the Ginyu event?
It was pretty fun. I mean, it's something new. I mean, it's always cool to have new units that are free, and actually quite a few of them are kind of decent.
Did they ever give us enough Ginyus to rainbow the new free-to-play LR?
I mean, you could grind enough of them if you wanted.
Okay. So I remember, like, in the beginning when people first started getting them.
Someone wise Ginyu Force rules.
Yeah, the LR Ginyu, yeah, the new one, yeah, you only got one.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't even 100% them.
Nope.
Not
That's
yet,
lame.
at least.
150,000 Baba points. Calling it now.
The more important question is Global getting the physical? That's what I want to know.
The physical?
Physical?
Yeah, the Fizz free-to-play LR Ginyu that got a whole bunch of people banned when it first came out.
Probably after they release. Well, they're releasing the new Battlefield on JP, and I guess after they see how that goes, if they're finally happy with it, then it'd probably be released on Global later.
I mean, I have like 50 SR Ginyu sitting in my box. Can someone release LR Ginyu on Global, please? Thanks.
Why did they cut it off? Like, what was the big problem with it? Like, performance?
Sucked. It sucked.
Everything was wrong with it.
Yeah.
I thought it was that bad.
Yeah, I actually liked it, but a lot of people didn't.
The system itself was okay, but the concept of it was, or the concept was really good, but the system was really stupid. Like, to be able to take so many at one time and then never use them again and then get shut down.
And the fact that you couldn't run it from very beginning to very end, it was just impossible. There was no way you could take all your units and go at it. You know.
It was a great concept. It was just, it had its big flaws, and it ultimately just caused its demise. And
so maybe that's why they're bringing the 2.0 now. Maybe it'll be better.
Which, speaking of, they should be having app updates this week for both Global and Japan. I think, at least this week. But I know Global definitely will.
We kind of hope. I mean,
Japan will as well.
Blue and I, we can't really afford to pull on the Rising Dragon Carnival anymore.
Global might be earlier.
Thank God for that.
Like an announcement in the next couple days about maintenance.
Kind of hoping for it last night or tonight.
For
tomorrow.
For the Extreme Z Awakening. And then Japan would have updates for Battlefield 2.0.
That brings up a really good point, though. Like, the fact that we're getting Extreme Z Awakening now, but we still don't have Angel Golden Frieza yet. Like,
I'm kind of okay with it, honestly, because when it first came out on JP, when it first came out on JP, nobody had pulled for. Well, I know, Toast, but what I'm saying is when it first came out on JP, though, right before it came out, Golden Frieza had gone away, and nobody had pulled for Broly. So when it came out, most of the players were screwed anyway. And they thought, well, great, if we'd known we'd need these cards, we would have pulled for them. And so when it first came out on JP, hardly anybody could do it. So if they're trying to do the same thing on Global for like the first half of the event, and people are like, well, I can only get so far with what I have, and then next week they'll have, okay, well, here's Golden Frieza so you can finish it up, and then it'll drum up the support, and then everybody's going to want to pull on it. Although I guarantee, I would do it. I would do it after maybe 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, they would get more people to summon then.
Yeah, I mean,
they did that whole thing kind of wrong, so they'll probably do it better now.
But that also brings up a good idea then, because how far back Golden Frieza has been pushed begs the question whether or not they can change the Bardock banner.
Yeah, because he's supposed to come out with Bardock, right?
He's featured on that Bardock banner.
Well, I mean, the Bardock banner's not going to be coming out till middle of May. So,
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like they have to have other banners to come out in between then, because
there probably will be.
Yeah, we got to have something else then to fill that, because otherwise, if they go back-to-back Dokkan Fest, he'll be one of the first few units to be in back-to-back banners like that.
Well, besides Black.
The AGL Goku banner.
Well, I mean, that's not going to be necessarily a Dokkan banner, but I guess it kind of is, but it's more or less an event banner. I mean, they could throw out a... I mean, they've been hinting that we're going to be getting Heroes here pretty soon. But then again, we've been hinting at Heroes for, what, a year and a half now?
I didn't think they finally got... Did they finally get the licensing for it?
Well, shit's been translated. I mean, stuff that wasn't translated is translated now. And apparently it's not so much a licensing issue. I think that's something that we made up. I was always thinking that's what it was. I don't know why they held off. Maybe they just thought they wouldn't get that much traction with a unit like that. The Arale 2. The second...
Yeah, that would be bad, because there's so many like Dragon Ball fans at my store where I work that we all know what Heroes is.
Oh yeah.
We all respect what Heroes is too, because we've never gotten in here.
Well, you figure how much did people pull on with the Arale banner, which by the way, the Arale banner 2.0 is supposed to come out too. Because there's
how is the Arale banner more relevant than the Heroes banner?
It's not. Exactly, it's not. But I mean, so there are banners they can fill, sorry Phil, but there are banners they can fill in between, Dokkan Fest that have been sitting in the game files waiting to come out. And I don't know if they've decided now is just a good time to do it or what, but I wouldn't be surprised, because like I was telling Blue the other day, there's not a lot of Dokkan Fest between now and the 3-year. We've got Angel Golden Frieza, you've got the dual Dokkan Fest coming up in April. And then you've got Bardock, and that's it for Dokkan Fest. Yeah, you've got Harudagon coming out in June, but that's an event, and less of a Dokkan event, Dokkan Fest. So they've got a lot of filler they got to put out there, and I think all those banners, I think they've just been kind of stockpiling them, and they're just going to start shoveling them in every other week.
Well, don't forget we're possibly going to have another Dokkan event coming this week or next.
Yeah, they've been talking about adding to the Tournament of Power.
That and Master Jui, Goku, and Jiren, because
whether that comes on Global right now or not, I don't know.
Yeah, but I couldn't see them passing up the opportunity on both.
They did that with Super Saiyan Blue and Rose. They made us wait 4.5 months for it.
Well, but remember they didn't do it with Gogeta and Omega though.
We just got to be released.
Yeah. And
but I don't see them having a big event like this and not taking advantage of it on both versions.
That's true.
I don't. Same way they did with Gogeta. It's a big cash grab right there. Then again, they may hold off on a little while just because
I am the one who will defeat you.
Play both versions, but I don't know. I just don't see it passing up the opportunity.
I feel like it'll be synchronized with the Dragon Ball Super Dub. When it reaches the point of the end of the Tournament of Power, they might release the Master Ultra Instinct then.
That's like a year off.
That's still
Is
wow off for us, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's still like a year off.
We're just getting it. We're just getting into the meat of the Goku Black art.
Yeah, they haven't even gone to the future the first time yet. They still got to go back and forth like 3 times. Yeah. Like, yeah. Trunks and Vegeta were just beating the crap out of each other last night, and that was it.
To be honest, I'm not keeping up with it too much.
Well, I am.
What?
Well, that's funny.
I just want to die.
Well, since the last time we talked, LR Vegeta Blue popped out because it's been about a month since the last time we did a podcast, and JP is just starting to catch up with us on that. So, your guys' thoughts and opinions on how all that went down?
Oh my god, the complaining. The massive complaining that I've seen of people like, oh, well, why isn't he releasing the same time as JP? It's like, oh my god. They didn't even have it in the first place since they never really said they were going to put it on JP, but people bitched and moaned and yada, yada, yada.
I know. Then a lot of the JP players were complaining that you had to wait for all the metal releases. It's like, yeah, well, so did we. So suck on it.
Depends. I say TQ's way better, but I mean, some people have different opinions because I guess LR can tank and he can hit pretty decently, but TQ can tank a lot more. But I don't know. It's just some people.
So,
about myself, did everything just go dark? What the hell?
Yeah, we all just ditched you.
yeah,
I was like,
you're all by yourself, Phil. It's the Phil show. It's the Phil show.
I am the one that will defeat you.
Stream, little I know I'm muted. Nobody can hear me.
Hey, Blue, Ning and Duck God Tom just donated $5 to us.
Oh, really?
Yep. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, shut up.
Maybe Jimmy wants to know if you've heard of a new DBZ game that's
Oh, yeah.
About the new DBZ game.
Oh yeah, that's like supposed to release out pretty soon, isn't it? Supposedly.
They're gonna release the trailer for it or something in 12 days, 13 days, something like that.
Browser version, what I mean?
Something like that.
You know, it might. You know, we have no idea what it's gonna be, other than a mobile game.
The Buchi Giri one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope it's gonna be good.
It should be.
Oh, what now?
Why is everything just going like Stephen Hawking's?
I don't know. I was getting
Everyone
that for a
turned
while.
into Steve
I think is it everybody that's doing that, or is it just?
Yeah, I'm hearing like Ranma. I'm hearing Kakarot do it a lot, and I don't care about Nate does it or not because whatever.
Wow.
Fuck off, Phil.
Am I?
I think it's mostly Kakarot.
Pickle, you just sound like you're eating your mic.
Supernova 2129 asked if June was the Dual Dokkan Fest. No. In April for the 1000 day celebration, there'll be the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and the STR Rose, and in July will be the Dual Dokkan Fest for the LRs for the 3-year anniversary. So June will have Harudagon as a story Dokkan event, and that'll also be the release for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well, the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
June.
Yep, it came out a month before the 3-year. Yeah, it came out a month before the 3-year anniversary for JP.
Basically, the
Makes sense to do the same here.
If you're like saving your stones, if you're really interested in like using only the best banners available, it should be the Bardock one, the Vegeta Blue, STR Rose, and then the LR banners.
I'm going so hard when Bardock comes out because Bardock's one of my favorite characters. I will rainbow that guy. I swear it.
Yeah, you can basically skip the Angel Frieza that's coming right now and just go for the Bardock banner because he should be.
That's if they
there.
keep him on. That's if they keep him on there. They could easily change it up.
I am
on us.
neither Goku
Like,
nor Vegeta. I am the one that will defeat you.
Yeah. It was a little bit farther apart, I guess. They could fill their gap.
Yeah, they could fill the gap because the thing is, when Angel Frieza came out, there was like 4 banners between him and Bardock. Our Frieza's been skipped 4 times.
Yeah, he's been pushed really hard.
So Ranma, you have not been playing fighters?
I've only been playing this stupid Stardew Valley game.
How's that going?
That's like Harvest Moon, right?
Pretty much.
I tried it. Like, left me for like a couple of days. Good fun.
So for those who are playing JP, I know I kind of dabbled in a little bit during the 3-year, but I'm not going to give enough opinion on it. What do you guys think of the 3-year? Was it good? Was it okay? Are you going to go all full out like Rhyme and just be, hating on it? What do you guys think?
No, it was a good event. The third year was a good event. Done. Yeah, no, it was really good.
It was legit.
It was like, now if they keep all the same stuff for us when it comes out, and don't try to shaft us on, you instead of 3 stones a day, you guys are gonna get 1 stone a day.
It'll happen.
It's gonna be a very big event. Like, it was a lot of fun. Like, I had a good time with it. I don't even play JP that much, and I was on JP a lot, playing and having a good time. The events were actually somewhat challenging.
Yeah.
How many stones were there if you did all the missions?
Really rewarding.
Yeah, I mean the Namekian Dragon Balls were really fun.
Yeah, those were a really good addition. I like that a lot.
It was like
it was only here for a short amount of time though, and you can't. When it left, you couldn't do anything else about it because, like, especially people who started JP late, like the bandwagoners, they couldn't really keep going. But that would have been a good way to really keep them here too, because like later on in the game, they still can pick up those wishes later on. But
don't the Namekian Dragon Balls refresh just like every 6 months or something though? In the series?
Anything whatsoever with that.
I remember the series because a Namekian year is like half that of an Earth year or something. So it wouldn't surprise me if in whatever it is, 4 months, 6 months, they bring them back and the Namekian wishes are back, for another celebration.
Yeah, that's logical.
If they want to go that route.
If they cared at all for consistency.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the actual event itself for Vegeta and Gogeta weren't actually that hard.
Oh no, those events were super easy.
Even as a starter account, I think Nate, I told you, I think I beat it level 55 or something like that.
Yeah, and I was right there with you. I think by the time I started at level 46, and by the time I was at level 60, I had my LR, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. I was not expecting how the units to be that, crazy. But.
I kind of like the new banners that have come out with the LRs, at least the semi-featured LR banners, especially for Majin Vegeta. That Majin Vegeta has never received a featured banner ever.
Yeah, this is true. It was a good banner. That one single was great.
Shut up, Phil.
For anybody that doesn't know, every once in a while I'll log on and I'll play a little bit. When I'm not doing anything on my computer or streaming my own stuff. The other day I ended up doing a single summon and pulled Majin Vegeta off a single. So on both versions, Global and JP, within like a day of each other.
Nice.
So, it was pretty funny. And then
that was that's the last LR I've ever pulled was when I singled my Majin Vegeta.
That's the first LR I pulled on Global since they released LR Gohan with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and then since I gave away my JP, that's the first one I pulled since they released BoJack on JP. I think besides Gogeta and Vegeta.
That's speaking of a character. Where's BoJack?
Fuck BoJack.
BoJack should come after Frieza. So he may be one of those random banners they use as filler. And it may happen immediately after Frieza. It may happen during Frieza. Just kind of split your stones. I don't know. But he should come after Frieza. And we just got Mask.
Probably hitting that banner a lot harder than banner. Just saying.
The only banner people really should give a shit about is UI Goku Mastered in Jiren if it comes. And
it's a featured LR banner. What are you talking about? Those once every few months. It's like a featured LR banner.
But you know the Rising Dragon, Carnival. That's so much better for $20. No point.
But Bojack's not on it.
Yeah, he is. Bojack was on the last one for JP, wasn't it?
No, this one right now.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been released yet in global.
Well, yeah, we haven't been released yet, but it's about like just waiting for a Rising Dragon Carnival because that happens once every like couple, 3 weeks or something like 4 weeks. I don't know.
But it's like a shotgun of LRs. If you want a specific LR,
Or do you want your 9th LR Broly?
Specific banners too.
That's gonna be too long a wait. I mean, who knows what might happen in 6 months?
The shut down, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so Extreme Z Awakening. So Rama, were you able to complete the Extreme Z Awakening to level 30 or no for Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't have Frieza.
Okay. And you absolutely have to have Frieza in order to beat level 30?
I think you do, because the problem is with Broly, if you're doing a double Broly team, one of them is eventually going to have to block, and he eats it really bad.
Oh yeah, he eats it like a freaking wet noodle.
Oh, you mean so the card isn't like a required thing? It's just you kind of need it.
They get a boost.
Yeah,
they get a boost.
Major boost.
Yeah.
I thought I beat that to like the max level.
Oh no, the max level was like 299 or some crazy shit.
No, it's 999. I did a stream on it.
Oh, did you really? Oh, I must have missed that.
Well, it was just code running, but I wanted to find out what the max was.
It goes up to level 999. Holy crap.
You get a whole bunch of Hercule statues.
Most people won't care past like, what is it? I think like past 30, all you get is like a bunch of statues and shit like that or something like that.
Yeah, even past 20.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
get some small stuff.
if you're playing legit.
I mean,
It's like at level 999, Goku just sneezes on you and that's it.
No, there's not really a point. You get some small prizes, like you'll get some like awakening orbs and stuff like that. But
my question is just, but how many levels do you have to complete to get all the medals finished?
30.
30.
Each one differs.
No, it should be 30 all the way for both of them, for Broly and
It was
Goku.
30. Yeah, it was 30 for Goku and Broly and the Gohan. What in the world is happening?
Gohan was 70, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah.
No, was it really that
Last
high?
one.
Because he was free to play.
Yeah, he was an easier event to get through. I remember guys were having to go up to 70.
Where they give out rewards. I'm trying to find the last medal.
Yeah, it's like something crazy. Either way.
Okay,
It's actually a really good Gohan. I actually liked it. The little bit that I did play of it, but
They gave it a shitload of orbs.
oh yeah, they did. The LR Ginyu was by far that whole thing that just happened this last week is by far one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
No, does the LR Ginyu thing go away or no?
there was a question. Oh, there was a question. Do we get stones for the Easy A?
Can't wait for them to come cool.
Global really needs to give out more orbs because this is like dry.
Oh yeah, the orb events need to be like triple for like a week or something like that just to keep us occupied. Or keep
Like,
us
it's such
occupied.
bullshit.
Yo, what's up, Jake Snake Gaming? How's it going, dude? I just saw the comment he posted.
Hector wants to know, Rama, were there any stones for the Easy A event?
Yeah, there should have been, wasn't there? There was like
Yeah.
Okay.
For the regular ones, there were.
Okay.
It was like 10, wasn't there something like that? It was something that wasn't very big, but it was enough.
I think the first one, the Goku one, they were giving away stones for completing each level, and then there were missions.
I see. So there's actually a pretty decent amount you can maybe snag.
Like 1 stone through level. I don't know yet. I'm still clicking. To level 30. So that's 30 stones.
Oh yeah. They do one every stone, didn't they? Huh.
Not bad. And then there's a few for missions, or no?
Yeah, there were also missions to complete as well.
AGL orbs too come with it.
Or AGL orbs, nothing to use them on.
The Depends what you got.
Hey, I could use AGL orbs.
Yeah, the Grand Kai cards.
Whole bunch of Grand Kai cards. So
They're gonna drop early right away too.
that'd be nice. Probably not though.
No,
I would.
They would spread it out. They would spread it out.
After the 1,000. Does the team cost go up at all for Super Saiyan 3 Goku or no?
I don't know.
I don't think it did.
No, I don't think it does. I think it's updated.
Always looking for things to use team cost on.
I would really appreciate it if they just changed his art a little bit, just a tiny bit, like give us a spark or something.
Yeah, like how they do for like Dokkans.
Mm-hmm.
They would just change his star or give him some stupid icon, probably.
Can we at least change the stupid background from when you actually Dokkan or
the hollow back to his normal background?
Just the stars.
There'll be little swirls in the background.
So with 1,000 Day, everybody's hoping for a new ticket banner. They didn't give a ticket banner during the JP 1,000 Day, did they, Rama? The buy 50 stones, the 50 stones used.
They did.
Or was it just a normal ticket banner where you got tickets from logins?
I'm trying to remember.
I think it was just logins. I don't think there was a. We haven't had. I don't think either Global nor JP has had a.
Not since the last one that they did for the 200 million. That's what I thought. See, everybody I'm seeing over on online has been saying, "Oh yeah, there's gonna be tickets every 50." I'm like, no, not this time. It shouldn't be. I mean, they may do it here on Global, but I didn't remember them doing that at all in JP. Because that would have sucked for JP. Because it would have.
They've only done it twice on JP.
That's what I thought. Yeah, and they've done it twice on Global. They kind of screwed us the last time on Global because you guys at least had 9 months. We only had like 3.5 months.
Yeah. Somebody still had like 10,000 tickets or some crazy shit like that, though.
Oh yeah.
I really hope we get a ticket better because I wailed so much in the last like couple of months that.
Well, I mean, we'll get it eventually, Blue. We'll get it eventually. And let me tell you, when you have 500 tickets, it's nice.
When was the 1,000 thing for JP? What was it like?
It was all the Dokkan events, but like there was a chance to get an Elder Kai on there as well. So it was all the 120 leads were on that.
No, when was the time? Like, was it like November, October, something like that?
Yeah, it was end of November.
Thank you.
Because like November.
Are we really only 3 weeks away from 1,000 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're only 40 some days. No, it's like 40 days, isn't it? Something like
Yeah, yeah, something around 40 days. We're a little over about a month actually. I think right now we're about a month.
Yeah.
We're inside of a month because I've. No, it's beginning of April. It's like toward the end of the first week.
So that's when we should see Vegeta Blue and the new Rose, right?
Yes, yes.
Gotta get those stones ready.
I've had some guys trying to convince me that it's April 1st.
Just make sure when you go to pull, look for a fucked up banner, pull on that as hard as you can so you get all your stones back.
By the way, I just want to like make a little shout out to Kai Kendon. Thanks for.
Are you still there, Blue?
He says everybody but me. I'm gonna go cry. Nobody likes Somni.
No, he probably ran out of space because your name is really long.
I want to believe it.
By the way, Don said that the numbers of damage get a sparkle on it when Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku hits.
Yeah, that's like the one little thing.
Ooh, sparkly!
Ain't that different?
So sparkles.
Jose Zinha, it's not going to be April 1st. I looked at that post that somebody did on Reddit. Nobody decided to actually fact check that guy. He forgot that the first year there was also a leap year. So it's not going to be April 1st. It's going to be at least the 2nd or 3rd. I know it would be, but here's the thing. And that's also based off of the earliest update he could find on the Facebook page, which, looking at that update, that reminded me of something I remember seeing in the beta. So I'm not entirely sure that was when the game officially launched, is when he showed an update on a Facebook page. So I don't think the 1st is the 1,000 Day. I think it's closer to the 3rd or 4th.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but it'll be fun if they like announce that it's on the 1st April, and then they like, "Sakes, it's actually not. You're getting Elaria Jirobi."
Bro, it Whatever Yamcha. I swear to God, if they shaft Yamcha one more damn time, I'm gonna.
Yamcha fan for life.
LR Yamcha, damn it.
Yeah, LR dead Yamcha again.
Yes.
Let's see.
Good times.
Richard Davies wanted to know if there's anything coming out this week for Global Dokkan. Renzi kind of alluded that we should see an update to the app. That update should bring us Easy A Goku, maybe a Dokkan Fest. Renzi,
stuff's updated with this.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard it both ways, Phil. Renzi, if there was a version update, would it give us the potential system this time or no? Do you know?
If it's 381, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they came in 382.
Okay, so it would.
They choose to package that differently.
And then that's what I've been hearing is that it's one, or it could be up in the air. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I don't know for certain how strict they are.
I'm pretty sure all of us are praying for the potential update.
Yeah, that would be great. But I have a feeling it won't be, now that I looked into some of the code things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for the 1,000-day anniversary, it was a Memorial Gacha ticket banner. So, yeah, it was just a...
Based off of logins and everything else, you would get, a ticket a day or and another ticket for missions. And that's what I remembered it being.
But I think with those, that was actually... what was it? Was that the one that had the...
It had all 10 of the 120 leads in it and had the Elder Kai on the banner as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And you just got tickets for it? Like, how did you get the tickets for it?
Logins and missions.
Yeah.
Nate, could you increase the audio of the Discord? I mean, your desktop audio?
You want it decreased?
No, increase. Like, someone said that we were too low.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, I'll bring the mix up a little bit. No. They're right. The mix was down a little bit. I had the mix at 70, and it should have been up to 85 or 100. That was my fault.
Don't make him feel better. We're trying to down him right now.
It's been a long week, okay? I had to unload, move, and stack a whole cord of wood yesterday. Thank you very much. That was no fun. Yeah, you think? I woke up this morning, my back was killing me.
So
yeah.
Oh, okay. These are only featured. Okay, I was looking back at the 1,000-day, and I was like, they're only featured ones.
Now there is hope that something could change with that banner because everybody and their uncle is thinking there's going to be a 250-day or 250 million celebration, download celebration, and they're hoping that
Wait, did we hit 250 million?
I think we're past that. I know. Well, we were at 200 million back in September, quote unquote, but even then we were already at like 210, 215. And I think we're getting close to 300 million. And if we do hit 300 million, if we did hit...
I kind of stopped re-rolling, so... If anybody knows anything about me, like, I went ham re-rolling back in Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta, because that's originally when I lost my account.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, I never could figure out why. But...
Does anyone here, like, have a day one account?
I've been here since day one.
I actually wish I did.
Yeah.
I've been here since like week 1.
2015.
Yeah.
I started Christmas of 2017. No, Christmas of 2016. So.
Rama, you started playing JP about when Global started, didn't you, or something or about? Did we lose Ranma?
Oh, me? Yeah.
The other Ranma.
I'm fishing, so yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm playing Stardew while I'm on this podcast. But
I just pictured you on a boat on a lake.
Yeah.
Someone's like, shut the hell up, there's a fish right here, I'm trying to catch it.
I should focus.
I should be hitting my 1,000-day in mid-May.
Yeah, I figured you and I were right around the same point. I mean...
That's the downside. Like, I'm not gonna be able to see that 1,000-day Goku for another year or so.
Toast, I'll run him on my team for you if you want.
I'm up to 430 right now.
Yeah, when they first announced them, I was like, oh my god, I still have like about 8 months to go.
At least for me, I'll be relevant.
Like, I mean, I'm gonna get to that point. I'll stick with it until that point. But even then, I'm just like, God, I got almost 2 years to go yet before I hit that point.
Oh man,
it's if the game's even alive by the time I get there.
It's got 2 more years in it.
Dokkan Battle 2.
It may be on life support in 2 years, but it's got 2 years in it.
I mean, they've got a lot of movie characters they can still go do. I mean, and Super is like the Dragon Ball's franchise isn't ending. Like Super's ending, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get in our series in 2019.
Whatever they do in Dragon Ball Heroes, they can like
they can start getting us Dragon Ball Heroes. Like they can really just this could become our Dragon Ball Heroes. They could just start. Oh, here's Beat. Here's Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Here's Janembu.
They can
make Xenoverse 3 with entirely.
Or even Fighters.
Yeah, I was just thinking Fighters.
Here's Android 21.
Right.
Yeah, but that's just one character, basically.
Oh, that's enough, isn't it?
Well, no, you got Android 21, you got Majin Android 21.
And you got Waifu Android 21.
Yeah. Then you got Waifu Android 21.
Nani?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. She's 10 years old, Nate. Stop it.
Nate's never cared about age.
Wow.
Was it 10? I thought she was younger than that.
No, she's 10. I think she's not even 10 or something like that.
Yeah, they said she's 10, but then she's also said she has a family.
Yeah, I never understood that whole. I remember having a daughter and stuff like that, but I guess she meant like 10 years old as being an android 10 years old, or I don't.
Yeah, in android years, of course. She's made to look like a 50-year-old.
She's not 50. Stop it. She's like
she looks like she's in her like late 20s.
Yeah, early 30s at the very latest, like early 30s, like 31 maybe.
She is well developed.
Why are we talking about How did we get here? Why are we talking about this?
Because he's supposed to be 50 or 60, but he looks 25.
I don't know any 50-year-olds with that.
Jennifer Aniston is a goddamn gorgeous woman.
Yeah, Saiyans age
down boy.
They don't start showing their age until they're 80.
Yeah, these are androids. They can look whatever they want to look, but it can be...
Exactly. I mean, look at all the androids they're making. I mean, what?
No wonder Krillin married Android 18.
He stays young
years old, still young forever.
And why are Goten and Trunks still 16-year-old?
That is the question we've all been wondering, but not even Shenron has the power to tell us that one.
You know, if you guys remember, back in Dragon Ball, how long did it take before Goku and Krillin actually grew up? I mean, how Goku and Krillin were like 15, and they were still in their chibi forms.
Yeah, but then when they did grow up, it was in a snap, and they just aged like
I think they may have. I mean, Akira Toriyama went away from that with Gohan, but I think he's kind of stayed with it with Goten and Trunks. You know,
which is weird because I feel like they should be aging pretty well. Like,
yeah, it's been.
I would love to see like a young teenage Trunks and Goten.
Yeah, they're
like a preteen, teenage type. Good like Gohan-sized Goten would be pretty funny.
Yeah, because Gohan set the standard, and now we're pissed because of it.
I mean, Trunks is 15, right? I mean, Goten is about 14 at this point, where it's at right now.
Yeah, that's what they should be.
Thereabouts.
It should be early, big as.
No. It should be that, should it? It
yeah.
Should be like...
No. They're only about like 2 years away from the end of Z right now.
How old was
Every time there was a time skip, there was at least a year and a half between each time skip.
Was it really that long? I thought Frieza was only like 6 months after Battle of Gods.
Man, someone going hard on Google there.
I'm trying to find the answer.
Feels like, damn it. Well, no. You know what? It couldn't have been 6 months. Videl had just found out she was pregnant at the end of Battle of Gods, and by the time Frieza pops around, Pan's already, an infant and everything else.
Okay, we cannot use the babies.
You most certainly can. That is one of the only ways you can tell a time.
Bolo is supposed to be like 6 months older than Pan.
Yeah, fuck that
but
shit.
All of a sudden, she's now younger.
Oh yeah, years younger.
Yeah, like fucking way younger. I don't know. Just Dragon Ball Z makes me want to eat a bullet.
And thank you for coming today, Phil.
No, you're not leaving. I'm not going. No. Stop it.
I just read somewhere that Gohan was 11 during the Cell Saga.
Yes.
And he looked bigger than Goten and Trunks are right now.
Yep.
Well, I mean, obviously Chi-Chi fed him better.
Just because I kind of want to throw this out there because somebody mentioned me the other day about it. I kind of sent Renzi the screenshot of it too. There's a fake picture going along right now about Bandai supposedly responding to the stone vendors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, do you still have that picture? I kind of want to see that.
Who's that? The Omni?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Where did it come from?
So I got it sent by the guy we were talking about earlier, who I'm not going to mention his name on stream because he's not even.
Yep. Thank you, Phil. Yep. Go ahead.
He sent it to me because he was like, "Do you know anything about this?" I'm like, "One, why are you asking me? Like I'm God of Bandai or something." And then two, no, because the way it sounded was completely stupid and it wasn't even professional. Like the way they would, if they were honestly going to do it,
they would do it. They wouldn't sit out there and keep going warnings and all this crap. I mean, the last time.
That was on my site, wasn't it?
The last time they alluded to it, it was supposedly a friend of a friend had gone to Europe and talked to somebody who worked for Bandai. And that was the last time that they were talking about it. And that got everybody all up in a tizzy that there was going to be something going on down the pipe. And that was back in October? Something like that.
Yeah, September, October, some crazy.
The thing is, I don't think Bandai would ever do anything about that because why would they? They're still getting paid if they're doing it the right way.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing.
Everyone knows Gaming Claw is the president of Bandai.
This is true. This is very true. But yeah, let's see if I can find the picture and send it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too.
I mean, that's the question, though, is, I mean, which ones are they talking about? The vendors who are doing it the right way, like our guy Z and Omni's guy, or the other guys?
They were talking about the Philippine sellers, the ones who use VPN or who actually run through the Philippines using it.
Because the ones who are doing it the other method, which is just getting the refunds, I mean, those guys, I could definitely see, those folks getting their accounts, warned and everything else. Because there is a fingerprint that's left when your account is doing $2,000 worth of refunds every 2 weeks and getting approved. Yeah, because your account gets fingerprinted with that crap. I can see.
That's just a screenshot of my website, so somebody just went and edited that and wrote it themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Though. That was why it was so stupid.
Yeah, if he was actually like in the game, then it might be more believable, but just on my site doesn't mean shit. And that's not even really on my site. Like, nobody could actually find that if they went and looked.
Exactly. They probably used, like, the browser they were using and just edited the code on or whatever.
Yeah,
just changed it. That's what I know, but some people are gullible, and they'll believe it, and I just wanted to make sure people understood that was complete bullshit. And then there's another, I just got actually a message about 5 minutes ago about it. That's why I was kind of brought it up. About there's a response from Bandai about the whole purchasing Dragon Stones from vendors and stuff like that, and I was like,
well, I mean, technically it is against terms of services. I mean, we all know we're not supposed to be doing it just because they say not to. But, I mean, that is the inherent risk. People ask us all the time, well, could it get our account banned? Well, yeah, technically anything that you do in this game can get your account banned. But, I mean, as long as you're doing it the right way, the risk is minimal.
Bandai's... Are we not supposed to have Japan accounts either?
Exactly. We're not supposed to be sharing our screenshots on Facebook, Twitch, and all that other crap, too.
Aren't Americans not even supposed to be on the Japan version?
Yeah, Bandai says they don't care.
Terms of services are not supposed to use their servers at all.
Bandai says that they don't really care about that. Like, they know people use it and they don't mind. They've actually confirmed that before, from what I remember. In an interview, somebody had asked.
They're not turning away money.
No, especially from us Americans.
It's a lot more money too.
Isn't the brokers the same thing then? They're not turning away money because
exactly
they are getting their.
The ones who are doing it legitly though is the issue.
They're getting
they're getting their money. Because that's a pass-through cost on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what else?
What else to talk about?
Well,
E3 this year is going to be massive. By the way, I'm trying to get registered to go.
What's E3?
Get out.
Out of what?
Do you not know what? Oh wait, hold on. Where are you from again?
Wisconsin.
Well, there's some people that do these streams. I think like Blue Piccolo's not from these states, are you?
No, you're
exactly. He probably would not understand what E3 is. I could get that, but E3 is
we know about the E3, but like none of us could attend it.
Yeah, that sucks. But E3 is like the biggest, well, what I consider the biggest gaming announcement showcase of the year. It's in June this year, and it's in Los Angeles, and oh, God, I cannot wait for that shit. The rumors that I've heard coming about certain games that are coming and certain consoles getting certain things is getting off the wall.
We have a question, I think that's made for Renzi. A game player says, are you allowed to use modded APKs for Dokkan Battle and not get banned for using them?
Yeah, just don't use them in World Tournament.
There you go.
Renzi, was anybody banned last year after the Battlefield came out for modding that?
Not that I'm aware of. I think there was something I put out saying like warning people because they were tracking other stuff.
I remember on I keep remembering on the Dokkan Reddit podcast last year around April. They were complaining about this huge mass ban wave that happened last year on JP, and they figured it was from people who were modding the Dokkan Battlefield.
No, that was me.
Okay, that was just your warning that you threw up.
Everything.
No, that big bandwave thing was the World Tournament thing.
Okay, so that was from the World Tournament.
I think so.
Well, we never figured it out. Okay.
Yeah, that was just you and that glorious week of me dying and laughing. God, it was fantastic.
Well, at least someone had a fun time out of it.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey, don't worry though. You know, we'll eventually get those the LR ticket. By the way, guys, don't worry. That'll eventually come sooner or later.
Oh God.
Huh?
Oh man.
Yako can done. Renzi's here.
Here's the thing we can talk about. What about the new for iOS and Android? Like, do we have any more info on it?
What?
The new game that has been announced for global and JP on iOS and Android. Like there's a countdown for it. I think it's like 13 days now or something.
Somebody said a week or something.
Or something like that.
Well, no one specified it's a card game. It just says a new Dragon Ball app.
I didn't know if the game was
I saw a commercial for a Dragon Ball card mobile game that's supposed to be coming out. I think that's what that is.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll find out.
Hang on, I'll look real fast there to find something.
If it is
do a global NJP release something, so must be something big.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's not the first time Bandai's come out with another Dragon Ball Z mobile game to try to compete with Dokkan, which is kind of funny. They're always trying to compete with Dokkan. But we'll see how it works.
Succession plan.
Yeah.
The official site for it is very weird. Like, there's not even a thumbnail. There's no Dragon Ball characters.
It was my understanding that at the end of the countdown, they were just going to release the trailer for it, not the actual game. Like, they were just giving big
details to come.
Yeah, exactly. And then somebody had popped in the thing, said, no, it's being released on the same day. I was like, I don't think so.
But still, you know.
I don't think it's going
to... The game would be awesome.
I don't see it like replacing Dokkan or anything though, because everybody's invested so much time and money into it that for them to switch it would take so much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a browser game, but it's for mobile.
Yeah.
The way, if I see,
no, that's a completely different game. You're thinking of probably the Buchikiri match. That's the
game.
This is like a separate game. Like there's like 3 game announcements like for 2018 now.
Oh, that's right. You know, you're right. Oh, thank you.
I'm trying to find a link so I can post it in the chat for everyone to see what we're talking about. Hold on.
I got what's his name's video he did on it, but I kind of don't want to share it if it's not one of you guys.
What?
That's perfectly fine, man. Just let's give people something to see.
Yeah, it's nanos. So I mean, yeah. Hang on, I'll get the link.
Here, I got the official site here. Hold on.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. For some reason, it wouldn't come up.
There you go. Thanks to Kak and Don. He provided it. So here you go. It's on the chat.
Appreciate you.
Let's see.
I just realized what time it was.
All right. So the next. So what we got going? So JP's dead. Global's been dead. I mean, unless you're still working on LR Frieza. Or if you're still working on... I mean, they gave us a lot to do on Global. I'm not complaining about that. It's just the problem is...
It's just people that are already done with everything.
Oh, exactly. And the problem with Global was once you were done with it, they had no plan on releasing anything else. It'd be nice if every day they had a new event. Even if it's just a cycle of an old event. Just something. You know? I don't think it would... I mean, I guess it would be kind of a pain in the ass, but if they could just have every... I mean, there's a lot of old events that have not come back in a long time. For shits and giggles, I would farm coolers. Intelligent coolers.
Yes, I need the Turles one to come back, and that hasn't been around for a while.
Bojack, the Bojack event. There's a lot of folks who've pulled LR Gohan that would love to farm up their Gohans. You know?
Why would you do that? Just use the
there's not enough to get the SA-10.
Yes, there is. There's 9 of them. I did it myself with my Gohan.
All right.
There's 9 of them.
Are there 9 of them?
You have to scroll down, but there are some.
Okay, I don't know. I sold them all for bottle points, so I don't really know.
Wow. Well, yeah, but there's 9 of them because that's what I did when I originally got my Gohan.
Okay.
It's 100 gems per Gohan, so
900 gems.
Elder Kai or Supreme Kai, or Supreme Kai medals. So.
Okay, how about double EXP with half stamina again? I would love that.
Ooh, yeah, half stamina.
Or permanent half stamina, like it is on Goku right now.
Nate would like that.
Japan's half stamina right now.
No, Jake.
Yeah,
No, we're talking quests. Quests for EXP grinding.
How about bring back the 3-minute timer?
Ooh.
Yeah,
How about 1 minute?
Global's Dokkan events are half cost right now.
Well, no. The Dokkan events are, but I'm talking about for rank grinding. Just double EXP with half stamina.
Did they ever do that?
Yeah, back in September of 2015. That was the best until they came up with the 4X. That was the best you'd ever gotten.
That was amazing.
Huh?
That was pretty nice, I guess.
They never did it.
I think I started playing Dokkan when I started playing when Broly first released. I think
it was long gone. It was only up for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that was when I bought my first account from certain somebody. That went right down the tube. It got banned.
That sounds really shafty.
Yeah, Renzi.
It was. I'll be honest. I blame Renzi for a very long time. I did because I never modded the thing. I never did anything else to it. I was like, Renzi's a jackass, and then I was like, you know what? It's not Renzi's fault.
Well,
I bought it. Yeah. I don't fucking care.
Wait, you must have bought it at a certain time though.
I bought it when LR Broly first released. That was back when 2016, something like that. It was like $10.
November?
I was like, I got Broly, and I was like, yeah. Fuck it.
Game player, just so you know, Renzi already responded to you on in there, just letting you know that as far as we can tell, you can't get banned for using mods on Super Battle Road. As far as we can tell.
Well, you shouldn't. I haven't heard of anyone having it happen.
And another question: the next LRTN should be on global. God, let's see, the 22nd World Tournament, right?
23rd.
Was it 23rd? Or the 22nd?
Yeah, 23rd is when TN won.
Okay. And then the 22nd is when...
TN won the 20th. Yeah, the TN won the 23rd. Goku won the 24th.
No. No, that doesn't sound right. I think
that's right.
No, I think the first.
TN won the 22nd. Goku won the 23rd.
That's what I. Yeah, that's how I remember. Yeah. So we're at 19, right?
Yeah, we got a while.
Yeah, so we got 2 months before we'll get the Jackie Chun, or 2 world tournaments till we get the Jackie Chun, 3 world tournaments till we get TN.
Again, podcast reminder: if you're going to use your tickets for SSR guaranteed tickets, use them now. Otherwise, you're going to get nothing but shitty World Tournament cards, and it's going to be sad.
True. Well, unless. Oh yeah,
Your luck is ridiculously awesome.
Yeah, that's true. No, I was thinking, but also it's a good time to save up for save all your Dragon Ball tickets for the 21st World Tournament. It's a good time to start saving.
Yes.
Save those.
What happens on the 21st one?
The 21st one is when
units.
Yeah. They Dokkan Awakened Kami, right? And then they also added Chun, who's the Dragon Ball leader, or the World Tournament leader.
All the decent SSRs out of the move pool or out of the summon pool for the tickets.
And they moved Piccolo to the GSSR on the 22nd.
Yep.
I remember that. That's gonna suck.
I was really hoping they would release TN and Chaozu.
So wait, the GSSR summon then turns to complete garbage?
Yes, it's unless all you care about is
World Tournament cards.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind because there's a few of them I don't own because I came in late.
And there's a few I could still use for dupes or whatever, but I mean, it's no longer being able to get Mass Saiyan or other cards that are actually pretty okay still in the meta.
Literally can't get anything other than World Tournament prizes. That's all it is. It's legitimate complete garbage.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, it went. A lot of people were complaining about it too. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, TN's coming. That's great." But then here you go. You can no longer get any other SSRs out of your summon. So
let's complain.
So now, what's the point after I get LRTN? What's the point then? Huh?
There is no point.
Why don't we all complain some more about free summons?
Yes, 300 stones for global for an eye instead of a medium and a banner somewhere, some stupid shit. God knows, I love those messages every damn day.
Where's our 300 stones?
When's Global gonna get 300 stones for this, that, and another?
Dude, it was right when Kefla was announced. Someone's like, "So, do you think we're getting 300 stones when Kefla drops?" I'm like,
"No."
What?
People like that make me sympathize more and more with
stones when Kefla drops.
Just tell him yes.
It's like, hey, I got mine. Where's yours?
Then Twitter blows up because DJ Omnitos told me I was going to get 300 stones. What happened? Well, if you bought them, asshole, you would get them.
they had a small sale.
Telling you, man, every day people like that make me sympathize more and more with Zamasu and just like
maybe Zamasu was right.
Maybe he was right.
Hashtag Zamas did nothing wrong.
Hashtag Zamasu lives matter. All two of them.
Hashtag Negan lives don't matter.
Zero Dragon Stones plan.
Quicks want to know if you guys heard about Mexico and Dragon Ball Super.
Big props.
That's awesome.
To them, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the Mexico is airing Dragon Ball Super episodes 130 and I believe 131 on all public TVs.
they're not airing it on public TVs. What they're doing is no. What they're doing is broadcast in the park. So public events, they're doing a public broadcast.
You can go outside.
You can go down to the park with like 1,000 other people in certain cities in Mexico, and there's a government put out for it, and so that way you can watch it.
Pretty legit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
It's like
get that shit.
Nope. Global shafted again.
That's stupid shit over here. Not worried about whether or not Goku's gonna save the universe or not.
Yep. We gotta pay for our shit.
Can we talk spoilers in here, or are we just gonna leave that alone? Because I would love to talk.
Let's not talk spoilers, Phil. That's the last thing. Trust me.
Just ruined Phil's day.
I know.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you haven't heard the spoilers,
sucks to suck.
Yes, it does.
Quixel. Quix also says he lives only 30 minutes away from Mexico, and so he's gonna go. I'm thinking, yeah. I mean, there's a couple things with that. I don't know if Mexicali is gonna be one of the supported communities doing this. And the second thing is trying to explain to the border guards why you're going to Mexico. Well, I'm going down to.
Everyone's trying to save your life right now. You need to get the hell out of my way.
I got 2 days of driving ahead of me. I gotta get to fucking Cancun. Let's do this.
Just like sit there and start screaming like you're trying to turn Super Saiyan.
Yeah, see how that works.
Yeah, go ahead and get shot at the border. That'll work.
The right answer would be just stare. I would stare the guy in the face. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm going to Mexico to go watch Goku save the universe. Trust me, it's better than anything happening in the U.S. right now.
Yeah, you might want to bring some cash with you.
$20 should be able to fly through Mexico with like nothing. Just
yeah.
The guards are gonna be there too.
No, that's the thing. We're all gonna say this, and like the border will be completely empty. Like every guard will be on the other side watching this on the wall or something.
No. Every drone.
Out of the U.S. and Mexico like it's a freaking festival.
Yeah.
Every drone that is on the wall will actually be in there. The guards aren't going to come. There'll just be a whole armada of drones floating overhead watching it so they can watch it back at their stations. That's what's going to happen.
You're just going to see drones floating there for 30 minutes.
With little machine guns on the bottom of them.
Wow.
That one little asshole gets pissed off. Oh, this is bullshit!
Shut up!
What do you mean Frieza won the tournament?
Hashtag spoiler alert, suckers.
You just had to get in there, didn't you?
I didn't do it.
I
didn't do it. Which, by the way, that's not entirely confirmed. Just in case
it's not confirmed at all.
Although it's so, I mean, like, what would be the purpose of bringing Frieza unless there's something going on with him?
Okay.
No, Phil, quiet.
Frieza's been the world's greatest punching bag the past like 6 episodes.
No. Let me throw this out here. If you have seen the spoilers, go read the interview that they did with the ending with Super, and it'll give you a better, clear picture of what's going to happen. I don't think that's what's going to happen at all, but just saying, go read the interview with the ending with Super, and then you'll get a little more clarification of what's actually going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
to be honest, anyone who's seen the last 10 episodes knows that Frieza's still in the tournament. Like they think we're idiots. We don't know that.
He's just taking
not much of a spoiler.
He's just taking the most relaxing nap right now.
Exactly. He's I mean, you guys have seen what 30 seconds of stamina napping does for Goku. Imagine what 48 minutes does for Frieza.
But the only reason Goku is standing is because of Vegeta.
It's not 48 minutes.
I mean, okay, Frieza hasn't done shit for 48 minutes.
2 minutes of the tournament, Frieza's been Jiren's. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, stress ball. His head is.
I was gonna think of something different, but his bitch is the best. Yeah.
Well, he was Topo's stress ball. I remember that. Squeeze.
He was Topo's stress ball, and then Jiren sent him flying.
It's like, bitch, get out of here. You don't have enough badges to train me.
And we haven't seen him since.
Sleeping.
He's gonna sleep. Actually, on the right side of the picture from the Tournament of Power when they blew up the first half of the stage, yeah, you can see his foot sticking out from like one of the little pieces of rubble.
Apparently, he chose the right side of the stage to fall out on.
Pictures like that where they Photoshop like Frieza in some sort of rubble.
It's like, wait a second, whoop whoop. It's like times 10, times 100, times 1,000 zoom. It's like, oh, there's his foot.
To be honest, I had great expectations for Frieza.
Them detective skills.
After the intro, when Goku actually resurrected Baba and they were fighting the warriors from that god of destruction, I forgot his name. And then when he squeezed that Hakai energy inside of his like palms, and he was like, oh, this is too easy, and then he threw it at Goku. Like at that point, I thought Golden Frieza was actually a match for the strongest fighters in the tournament.
The only thing I loved about that episode, the whole Frieza episode, was just his face. I'm gonna post it in here for those I'm talking to. But like when he was talking to The god of the
Sidra.
Sidra. Just this face that he made.
So when they're arguing, he's just like, huh?
The heck is going on? Just a confused face. It's just like that's one of those facial expressions you just when you think of Frieza, that's just not the face you expect to see.
It was the same face I had when Geekdom went off on that one chick about a month and a half ago. Woo!
Wait, what?
Looks like we're going to have an unexpected guest on the.
Wait, we have an unexpected guest. Wait, what?
Who broke in?
Who's gonna pop in?
Who broke in?
Who is it? Is it Jesus? Please tell me it's Jesus.
It's Akira Toriyama, everyone. Please say hi to Akira Toriyama.
Huh?
Is it who I think it's gonna be? It is. I'm so happy for him to finally show up. You know, all of a sudden, hey guys, how's it going? And that's it for the podcast.
It's the good version of Nate.
Oh, Nate's coming. Did Nate finally come out of his drug imposed stupor to come in here and hang out with us?
Right. Nate, what we need to do is right when he joins and says hi, you just got to act like you're ending it.
Yep. All right, you got it. No problem.
Yeah. Everyone just keep quiet and just say, "All right, see you guys next time."
Yeah, okay.
and then just don't say a word afterwards. Just keep quiet.
Yeah.
And then
15-second pause.
Then he leaves. What was the point of that?
Watch him actually like in the stream listening to us as we were talking about this.
Plan failed.
There was one thing I was thinking about. It escaped me. Huh?
What were we talking about? Sorry, I had to stop off for work, so I have you on Bluetooth now.
Anyway, oh well. If it comes back to me, I'll ask my question again.
Testing.
Well,
testing. 1, 2, 3.
The stream was really good, guys. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Guys,
See you later. Yep, Phil, you weren't too bad today.
Hey, it's still I still have like 20 seconds.
No, you don't, Phil.
Are you kidding me? You just seriously ended the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, hey Nate, how's it going?
Thanks.
Too easy.
Get some food. See you later.
Nate, how are you? Nate, how are you?
I don't know. Honestly.
You know, no. I
don't feel the respect.
Trust me, we wouldn't do this if it wasn't you.
Respect is there. We wouldn't do it from anyone else.
Yeah. No, if it was Phil, we would just fucking end the stream and walk out, and that'd be it. Yeah. So you're good.
Start my own and everybody would be like, yay!
Nobody would watch it.
I would join Phil's live stream.
Well, Nate, today we've got Blue here. We got Ranma.
Congratulations, you now have one viewer.
Yep.
Yes!
Phil apparently is on the road again to cause some sort of mischief somewhere.
He reacquired his prison bus.
Oh, I see. And he's gonna go try to see if he can break somebody out. Trying to think who else we got here. We have, of course, we got Omni Toast here. Yep. And Renzi is here.
No, he isn't.
Did he actually leave?
Yeah, he ditched us.
So he didn't realize it was a joke.
he left before. He left before I could remind him I still have my application in to be on Deep Space.
It's all good. Renzi was here. And Ranma, are you still here?
Yep.
Yeah, Ranma's
here. Are you here physically or mentally?
Neither.
Okay.
He's just kind of floating in a quasi state of consciousness.
I'm fishing, I told y'all.
He's on a boat.
Really? Yeah. Where are you? What are you fishing at? And what for?
I'm fishing in Stardew Valley.
Oh, gotcha. Very cool.
Oh, God. He's fishing for dragonstones right now, trying to find that golden dragon.
Are you driving the car, Phil?
Dude, all I have to say is, Renma, if you're looking for dragonstones, you gotta go find Gaming Claws Lake. That's where you'll find the mother lode.
I'm trying to fish for that LR ticket.
Yes, the LR ticket where you can choose between 5 of the greatest LRs ever, and they're
exactly.
All right, I do have to ask everybody: if that ever came out, where you got to choose from one of the 5 from the summonable LRs, who would you choose?
Gohan.
Broly.
Piccolo?
Oh, sorry?
Who would you choose? No. If the LR ticket came out and you had the choice to summon from the 5 summonable LRs, Bojack, Trunks?
One of those? Oh no, the first 5. So Trunks, Gohan,
choosing
Broly.
Gohan.
I do Vegeta.
I'd go Broly.
I have enough Broly's.
I would probably choose Gohan. I would choose Gohan or Trunks because those are my favorite. I already have Broly and I already have Majin Vegeta.
I'd probably choose the one that I don't have a dupe off. So
Mighty Mask. I would choose Mighty Mask.
He's not one of the first 5, Nate. God damn it, Nate! You ruined it.
The first 5.
You just hold on to your ticket until they add him.
He's still special in my heart.
It'll be a year later. And all of a sudden they'll bring out the other 5, and all of a sudden the ticket Nate has, he's like, yes, I can finally get Mighty Mask. That ticket does not work for this summon.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you need the teal Dragonstone.
The teal.
Nate, I'm gonna go through. We'll catch you up on a few of our questions. Get your opinion on a few things. What did you think of the JP 3-year anniversary?
I thought it was really, really fun. Really fun. I loved them coming out with LR Gogeta and LR Vegito at the same time because, let's face it, they're 2 awesome fusion units. They're amazing. I love Gogeta. He's my homeboy. He's always going to be my homeboy until they come out with Ultra Instinct Gogeta, like legitimately. Then he's my boy. But other than that, I thought it was a lot of fun. And then the Ginyu Force thing as well, the entire Ginyu Force campaign, I thought was very creative and very fun that they did something like that. And especially making it a permanent event to where it doesn't go away and it switches between the different Ginyu Force units every single day, and they're free 100% units, and you can do, an amazing team. You get a free LR when you get them all. I thought it was very generous and awesome that Bandai would do something like that for a 3-year anniversary.
And Dokkan's been needing a new event like that.
Yes, agreed, Phil. Agreed.
Let's see.
It blowed through like Boss Rush 5 and like what 30.
Oh yeah.
It was really ridiculous considering that it's free to play and it's the Ginyu Force. It was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So right now, I'm imagining Global's Global and JP are pretty dead for you.
JP's kind of fun. I mean, there's always stuff to do in JP, no matter what. But other than that, Global is, as I always love to say it, it's as dead as a doornail. And unless they come out with some news this week, tonight, I feel the activity in Dokkan is dropping dramatically, and Bandai doesn't know what to do right now at the moment. Or it's like a buddy of mine likes to say, it's the lulls before the hurricane, or before the storm. The lulls before the storm, basically.
I mean, like, they gave us a bunch to do, but the problem is, that was like, what, 2 weeks ago? And, that was plenty of time for...
dropping things in chunks, and that's not a good thing.
No, I mean, it's fine that they gave...
It's okay to drop in chunks, but you gotta drop in consistent chunks.
The UI event has been, the Universal event's been out for over a month now on Global. You guys know that. Like, it was released for 6 weeks. And that's just... I look at that and go, is there any reason for an event to be out for 6 weeks? No. The only reason they did that was so they could extend out certain units and try to spread it out. And that's the problem. They shouldn't have spread it out. They should have, it should have been up for about 4 weeks. And then at the end of it, Golden Frieza would have come out, which would have meant Golden Frieza would have come out 2 weeks ago, which would have made sense with EZA coming out this week. So, do you think they're going to release Golden Frieza with EZA or sometime around the middle or toward the end of EZA?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And let me tell you why.
Yep.
On JP, I can hear myself in the background, by the way, which is awesome.
It's me. I'll turn myself down a little bit.
on JP, they come out, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember this to the best of my ability. Super 17 came out after Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku, if you remember that.
Yep.
And on Global, we got it the other way around to make it more difficult. We got Super 17 first, and then we got Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku. Now, on JP, everyone used Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku to annihilate Super 17. And I feel like on Global, they're going to do the same card, play the same card, and they're going to come out with the EZA before Int Golden Frieza.
Oh, we already know this.
Yeah, I just feel like they're going to pull that same Ace of Spades basically against us. So,
you know, and I kind of, you know, my
Golden Frieza wasn't even.
What's that?
Free just won Stephen Hawkins.
Tech Cell, and then I'm sorry, bad spot.
Rip.
I know, right?
Come in Tokyo, come in Tokyo.
Anyway, Phil, turn your turn your mixer off. His equalizer is on.
Do you believe?
I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
He just became meta Philron.
Your equalizer is perfect, Phil.
I'm so proud of you.
Can anybody hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you fine.
Yeah, you're better.
Okay.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one that will defeat you.
He's like, can you guys hear me? Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, just fine, just fine.
Phil, man, we got you, and then we lost you again.
So,
can you hear me now?
You know what? Go for it.
Okay.
You sub, Nate.
All right. All right. I thought that INT Golden Frieza was not used for EZA for Goku. I thought it was just the tech one.
No.
Was the INT too?
Yeah, because
it came out just before EZA, and a lot of people decided to skip the event, the same as Super Saiyan 3 Tech Broly. And so when it did come out, a lot of people didn't have it. They wished they had. So you know, when it did come out a few weeks later, everybody grabbed for it for EZA. But yeah, it was out. Just not that many people used him when he came out the first time because they didn't have him.
No, I just thought that he wasn't even be able to use in the event. Like he wasn't even good enough. Like, I thought it was just the tech one that got the boost and the.
No, it's the team. I guess the team is very strong.
It's the entire team.
Yeah, it's the revival team works really great, and so it's which is the great thing about it.
God, Phil, know your stuff.
Failure, Phil. Failure.
I have a different theory about the Golden Frieza and the Extremes The Awakening event.
Yeah.
Because I think they want to maximize the amount of money they're going to get for pulling of the card. I think that's maybe a little bit more of agenda of Global than it is for JP. And to maximize the money, if you think about it, they should be releasing at the same time so people have the incentive to pull for Frieza. Like back on JP, they did the Golden Frieza banner before the Extreme Z Awakening came, so people didn't know they needed. But now if they put it in the same time, you know that you need the card, so pull hard on the Frieza for it.
Now the problem with that though is by releasing both at the same time, are you really maximizing? If you wait 2 weeks to release the unit again, then you're giving people enough time to recuperate their funds to go ham in on that. You know, versus having to split what money they do have between the two events. You know, having to pull for the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku and having to pull for Golden Frieza.
Why not combine them?
Because they wouldn't make that much money. You'd be in better shape splitting the two events. You combine.
That event is permanent, right?
No.
But like,
the Extreme Z Awakening. Rama is.
It's temporary.
Yeah, it comes out twice, right?
Yeah.
That's
But the Ink Golden Frieza banner is trash. I mean, if you look at it, here are the featured cards. I'll read them off right now. You got of course, the Int Angel Golden Frieza. You got the Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku. You got Int Kid Buu, Physical Kid Buu, Tech Golden Frieza, Physical Full Power Frieza, Int Metal Kura, and SR Full Power Majin Buu. And I mean, it's a trash banner. It's trash, but
I mean, Cooler isn't too bad.
I mean, for people who don't have Angel Goku, don't have Cooler.
Oh yeah, if you don't have him, yeah, exactly. If you don't have him, summon on the banner, of course. But it's not a banner I would suggest anyone in their right mind to put more than 400 stones into. I would suggest 400 at max, 200 at minimum, because there's just, unless of course you don't have Tech Goku, then go for it until you get him. But other than that, it's like just pass on the banner if you don't want Ink Golden Frieza and you already have the other units. Just pass on it, save your stones, because we all know it's an obvious fact, it's common sense that they're going to come out with a new Ultra Instinct Mastered Goku. It's common sense. They're either going to come out with an awakening for the current one, or it's going to be a brand spanking new card, which most likely I have a feeling is what it's going to be, and why they're also stalling at the same time, why there's no news. So
I think even if they bring out a new one, they'd still have to Dokkan Awaken the old one.
Oh yeah, because they said they would. They said that card would Dokkan Awaken.
Probably.
But you see, another weird thing about that Goku would have is he's non-existent, like in the anime, because Goku UI never. It was so weird they did that though. Like, why would you put a shirtless UI Goku and he doesn't even lose his shirt until?
Because that was part of the promo art, Phil. That was all it was. It was based off of the promo art.
I thought promo art had his shirt too.
No, he had his shirt off in the promo art.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, fuck it.
You know, Phil, you're striking out all day today.
He is.
Phil's in rare form.
Dude, I'm having a horrible day apparently.
Way to represent, Phil. For those wondering what Facebook groups to join, you know which ones not to join.
I always wonder about Facebook groups. Like, do you have something to gain from getting more? Like, can you roll in some revenue on it, or do you just do it for fun?
No, it's just a fan group.
And to lord over our power as admins to our stream.
Oh, Lord, I gotta turn Phil down.
Sorry.
It's like the gates to the hell.
Can we just all mute?
Okay, so Blue, the best way to get revenue off of Facebook is if we were to use like Mob Crush and stream to Facebook, have that splinter and share to all the different groups that you admin, like I do. I've got 5 or 6 or 10 admin groups still on Facebook, and from that I could end up getting a larger reach to my broadcast. So if we're doing a podcast right now, we could be streaming to all the different Facebook groups, getting those in, and then they could come over here to YouTube and sub and everything else. So it's just a way to network, same as if you're to do, Instagram or anything else, and then you also drop a link for us, for a stream or something. You're just trying to reach out, get more people in for your audience. Like, we've got some of our groups 10,000 members or more, and that's a larger reach, a more targeted reach, than if we were just to start a broadcast over on YouTube. So there is.
When OBS integrates with Instagram, and we would stream on Instagram.
You could.
That's going to happen in the future. Like Instagram, like Facebook's already trying to start up their own gaming thing.
Well, you can stream to Instagram. Mob Crush has been doing it. I don't know how, but they've been doing it.
If we're gonna talk about that garbage of heap that they're trying to do with Facebook is ridiculous. Grabbing like the most waifu girls they can possibly find and themselves nerds because they play Little Legends.
That's fascinating, Phil.
I'm gonna translate for what Phil said.
Thank you.
If the viewers can't understand, Japanese robot. Basically, what he said is that the Facebook gaming, and I'm sorry if anyone from Facebook is listening, but Facebook gaming is trash, and all it is basically waifu girls getting a bunch of views because the only reason they're getting the views is because they're playing League of Legends, and that's it. So
no, they're getting views because they have fucking big tits. That's exactly why. Somewhat attractive looking, which some female gamers are awesome.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
It's stupid.
Thank you, Phil.
Interesting.
I guess we could segue to our new most popular Dokkan YouTuber.
Who?
Does anybody want to talk? Does anybody want to talk about Mecha Frieza?
Mecha Frieza.
Okay.
You know,
well, hold on. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and disclaimer. We have absolutely no issue with Mecha Frieza and the fact that she's female, and the fact that she's doing her thing, that she has her own hook. There's absolutely no issue with her with that. If we do have any issue with anything on her channel, it would be her people, her fans, her followers. That's enough. All right, go ahead.
You know, for me, I'm gonna kick it off really fast before we, say, anyone else chimes in. I just wanted to say this, that I think it's awesome that she put her channel into something that, there's already a lot of people doing it, but Dokkan's, not that, it's a huge game, but yeah, at the same time, it's not as huge of a game. And I think it's awesome that she is actually playing a game that she seems to really enjoy. I mean, I haven't really watched all of her Dokkan videos, but the few that I have watched, I think she really enjoys it. And that, yeah, she's a huge Frieza fan, and that's clear. Anyone who has two eyes, or eyes, can realize that she is a huge Frieza fan, even by her name. And I think it's just awesome that she is following, going to be playing a game, and is playing a game that she enjoys, and that a lot of the large community enjoys as well on YouTube. So I gotta say this: if she's in this chat somewhere, I gotta say this: bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo. Congrats.
Yeah, no, I've never had a problem with anybody who puts themselves out there. No matter what's exactly the content is, the fact that they put themselves out there, there's a baseline of respect that we should all have, either us as on the creator side of it, or us as in the viewer side of it. There should be, hey, they've done, it's like, if you don't like what they're doing, then you need to not just be a troll. You need to go out there and put yourself out there too. Until you do, you don't have much skin in the game to voice out there and give us your opinion, because okay, what have you done? So the fact, and I've always felt that about all the YouTubers, even the ones that Phil doesn't necessarily like, that there's always a baseline of respect for, they've put themselves out there, they're the ones who are putting the content, and for whatever the reason may be, and there has to be an understanding of, okay, that's cool, and like I said, I have really very little issue with her specifically. It's more just, it's kind of a funny observation, the critique of the female gamer in general and her ravenous male fans. That's more the critique I think we have.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are just watching. I mean, here's the thing with a lot of the female gamers, and I'm gonna say this first off before I get into that comment, and all of you guys in this chat will agree with me. If you are a streamer and you stream a game that you enjoy, even if your channel isn't based off of it, if you enjoy it and you're seeming like you enjoy it at the same time, your viewers will enjoy it as well. Yep. I love playing Dokkan. Nate, you obviously love playing Dokkan. Blue Piccolo, same with you. I mean, everyone here, Omnitoast, Phil, Ranma. I mean, if you guys, and myself included, it's like when you do videos and live streams, when you are enjoying it and when you're having fun doing it, the viewers have fun as well, because they can see that you're having fun playing it. And I think that's good. And what the hell was my point on that? I don't remember what my point was with that.
Good stuff, Nate. Good stuff.
Just because she's a female gamer doesn't mean that she's bad either. She's
No.
She's enjoying doing it, so don't give her shit. Just give her fan shit because they're pieces of shit.
Exactly. I think the best way I made a comment, because I took a picture the other day, and I saw it. I was watching one of your streams, Blue, where it was one of your content videos. And I just noticed underneath it there was the next recommended video underneath it. So your video itself, you released it a day before, and you had something like 150 views or something. And I went ahead and smacked a like on there. And then I looked directly below it, and it was one of Mecha Freeze's videos. She released 2 hours before, and it had 25,000 views on it. And I just took a real quick snapshot of that, put it into our Facebook chat group that we had, and I just said, this is kind of a perfect example of everything wrong with with our Dokkan community right now. And that was the issue. It wasn't her video. It was the fact that you've got a creator like Blue who puts a lot of effort, a lot of work into what he does, and it comes out, has nice high quality, as do many of us, and we have our fan base and everything else that we've built up, and then you look at what she's done and what the video is itself. But again, there's her hook versus our hook, and obviously it's you can't complain because it's people go where they want to go. I get it. They'd rather look at the pretty ladies than me.
I mean, a lot of them are creeps. The ones that I gotta say this. Yeah, there are the viewers that will follow her for the gameplay, but there are also a high percentage will also follow her just for her appearance as well.
And
it's no matter what female gamer it is, and I'm sorry to say this, and probably a lot of people are going to give me hate for this, but it's really kind of a bummer that there are a lot of viewers that will just watch a female gamer's live streams or videos just for the girl's appearance. It's really sad.
Does she ever live stream though?
I'm just saying. I said videos are live stream.
Yeah, I don't know if she does live stream, but I mean, yeah, you definitely see that. Like over on Twitch, they've got a big. I don't know if it's an issue, but there's definitely a big phenomena of quote unquote gamer babes on Twitch. Companies hire out females for playing games just so they can garner attention on the games they want to have people look at.
Speaking of that too, though, they actually just had a ruling in court 2 days ago, something like that, like Friday.
Yeah.
Shit, I actually just got banned off of Twitter. Had to give back over like $10,000 because of that. If I remember reading that right, that you should actually get that money back because that's exactly what she was doing.
That sounds really fascinating, Phil.
I can't translate.
Fucking shit! God damn it!
On that note, I'm gonna have
to
escape the Matrix.
What's that, Omni?
I'm gonna have to jump out because I gotta start.
That's fine, Toast. Omni Toast, you want to give yourself a quick shout out for me?
Yep, guys. For those who don't know, I am Omni Toast. I will be. I do Dokkan YouTube and all that stuff as well. You can find me on Twitter at DJ Omnitoast, but I got to jump out and go get my stuff set up for my night stuff.
Well, have yourself a wonderful day, Toast. I might pop over in a little bit. We'll see.
It was a great time, guys. Thank you so much for having me out here, even though Phil decided to go all Terminator on our butt.
You, Tommy. I will see you later.
Dazzle, hustle.
I'll catch you all later. Peace, guys.
Bye, Toast.
I got the emergency call from work.
Yeah, bye, Phil. Bye, Phil. Bye, Phil.
Bye, Phil.
God.
I think you're doing it on purpose.
Oh my god.
Well,
okay, so Phil has officially ruined our stream. I'm gonna go ahead and get us wound down here, I guess. Blue, Ranma, and Nate. Thank you guys very much for popping in today. Phil, again, thank you for being here. Whatever it is that you contributed. Excellent. Anyway. I appreciate you guys all coming in today. Give yourselves a quick sign off for me. Go ahead, start us off, Nate. Ning and Nate.
No, Negan Nate. Okay. Well, my name is Negan Nate. Hello, everyone. And
Hi, Nate.
Hi. And for all of you that don't know, I do Dokkan videos as well. I'm kind of a Q&A also, so if you have any questions or concerns, you can always go onto my channel. I do live streams every single day except for pretty much weekends. I don't really do them on weekends. But yeah, you can check me out on my YouTube and my Twitter. It's Negan Nate. Literally, I'm the only Negan out there. And so yeah, I do Dokkan. I do classic games as well on Thursdays. I do throwback old games and stuff. You know, Blue Piccolo over there, jealous. Hashtag jelly. But yeah, go and check me out there. I have a lot of fun. I'm a goofball, so yeah. Bye.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
Thank you to everyone who came to listen to our silly podcast and lots of JP robot voices and everything. So give Nate's stream a like, everyone who's here, and a sub, of course, to him and everyone else who was on the podcast. Of course, you can catch me on Blue Piccolo. I have a YouTube channel. You probably already know that, and I'll see you guys later next time.
Thanks, Blue. Ranma, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. Had fun.
Appreciate you taking the time to. I hope you're catching some big ones.
Yeah, catching quite a few.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I stream random mobile games whenever I find the time. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks everybody for joining in. It was fun.
It would be great if it turned out like that the fish were actually metaphors for stars.
All right, guys. Thank you all very much for showing up today, and everyone in the chat, thank you for showing up. Sorry we didn't really get to too many of your questions today. Toast is already out. He's getting ready for his stream. I will try to think about doing a stream tonight. It's just there's no content right now in Global, so it's hard for me to muster up the strength to start a stream. But we'll see about getting something going today. I want to thank everyone for being here. We're out of here. I'll talk to you guys all on the next one. Bye, guys.